even though some decision and some signature have already been done.
Motogp KTM lineup for 2022, a mouth-watering prospect. Here we go then. 15 minutes coming up. Dr. Valentino Rossi, of course, on Thursday announcing he will retire at the end of the year. Heads out for Q1. Danny Pedrosa likewise. Fighting through the pain. His teammate Binder also out on circuit. Alex Rins, he'll fancy his chances. Paul Espargaro as well.
Alex Rins, who was quite low-key in that earlier FP4 session, struggling out close to first Yamaha race start since 2013, and Danny Pedrosa has been absolutely sensational a few moments ago.
Who will dig the deepest in this 15-minute session? Here is corner. Let's see if we can spot that rear squatting. Hard to tell from that particular. This year has got himself into Q2 more often than not. Still not found himself behind.
Yeah, he certainly has. Joan Mir at least already in Q2, despite that head tomorrow. Joan Mir, there is the unfortunate delay. Petrucci then. Something here that is good at the Ikaleko owner and Danilo Petrucci are on the job market for 2022.
You never know, he might.
In Hervé's eyes while he was talking, reading between lines, he seemed very disappointed that the news had come out before he had a chance.
They must have known the writing was on the wall. I mean, the media were writing with quite a lot of certainty back in Assen, weren't they, that Raul Fernandez, that potentially that news was coming, but yeah, it's never easy at all to find out that somebody else is taking a ride for next. Who knows? Well, whatever it is, whatever the next chapter is, we wish him well.
So it's Rins and Savadori. Petrucci, no time set thus far for Binder, Lecuona or Bastianini.
It's quite a scalp for Alex Marquez to get himself into the queuing on a brand new soft tyre in qualifying mode. Alex Marquez. Keep an eye on him though. If we do get the torrential rain conditions particularly, cast your minds back to the French Grand Prix in Le Mans last year. He was on the podium behind a certain 124.129. Not good enough though to nudge Rins or Binder out of those two top places right now.
Oliveira, Bastianini and Oliveira though have just gone through sector 1 fastest of all. Likewise Binder.
Sales of yellow flares are about to soar in the final stage of the season. All being well, we get fans back through the gates.
Yeah, and he might just lose a place as a result of that as well, because his teammate's on a good lap and so is Enea Bastianini. For Alex Marquez, the LCR rider then moves up into the crucial top 2.
Pressure coming though from Bastianini. You can see him activating the Ducati ride height device, and he lunges himself up into 4th. Oliveira's got 23.773. He's put him top ahead of Alex Rins. Pedrosa was briefly into 4th. He's in 5th place.
Barrier after a high side right here yesterday.
First gear.
Brad Binder then. How costly was that error?
Lax, he's only got just over a 10th ahead of fellow Alex Marquez. Shinichi Sahara there.
SRT's team at the moment, Rossi in 8th, Cal Crutchlow in 10th place. Once again, we send our best wishes to Misano. Still yet to have any official confirmation as to what Franco Morbid.
Alex Marquez then, here's the crew chief, Christophe Bourguignon. Beefy, of course, is doing a pretty good job in 3rd place. Can he find that 10th and a half he needs to get himself?
Soft rear tyre goes in. You do wonder, don't you, Matt? I mean, an Austria
from Motogp and be stuck on that 199 podiums. You know, to be one shy of the double century.
Over.
Yeah, this would be a huge bonus for Oliveira. Last night he was in a local hospital getting MRI scans on that damn to get himself into Q2. That would be a real flip for Oliveira. Here is Rossi there. Last time attack.
Horses on Twitter, Matt. Sky Italia are announcing that the deal is done. Maverick Vinales in a horse.
Again, that's been around sort of for 5 weeks, hasn't it? I mean, it looks like maybe finally pen on paper.
Concentrate for now, they're one qualifying. Danny Pedrosa up in sector 1. What a story that would be if he could get through Q1. Just behind him, of course, back 6 or 7 years ago, Valentino Rossi, in fact, is benefiting a bit here from the reference of Danny P
on numerous occasions from 2006 to 2018. They have some battle royales, 7 times in MotoGP, and Danny Pedrosa, the most successful rider in history never to win the Premier Class top, ahead of the Spaniard into 5th place with a 124.097.
Pit Byra keeping a close eye He was up in sector 2 last time, and of course made a mistake into turn 6, and something else has happened again.
By Pit Barney, we just saw right on the screens with another masterstroke, wasn't it? When Pedrosa's name was being mentioned as KTM test ride, I think Lenny Pedrosa's influence on the RC16 has been significant, to say the least. All KTM riders too. This time around, he's nailed sector 2. Likewise, sector 3. But did he just go on the wrong side of the curb there?
He did. It's been cancelled already.
Oh no.
It's already been cancelled. What a lap here. And of course, Pol Espargaro is also fighting. He's just up behind. You know he's going to give nothing short of 100% already in P1. Will Pol Espargaro go through as well? And Alex Marquez and Rins are both charging. Oliveira 23.552.
Jesus just out of shot here behind Enea Bastianini. Bastianini goes top. Marquez goes second.
And Oliveira's
pushed X Rins. Massive lap now coming up for the Suzuki man. He's got one more crack at it, but he's only in 4th place. Bastianini at the moment into Q2, and the checkered flag's about to come out. Can he do it now? What a story this would be from the little samurai. As well, Pedrosa, a 1:23.730. 4th place, the best he can.
Of Miguel Oliveira, because he was not on another flying lap. Binder won't make it either. I don't think he's got enough in the tank.
Two for him either. Yeah, Enea Bastianini then exceeding track limits. The rules of the road. Yeah, Alex Rins has got nothing. Salvadori's hitting the dirt late on. That looks like it's coming through turn 8. Brilliant. Really, really good job. But we've not seen him do that too often in a dry qualifying session. Nini tough on the Italian, because at one stage it looked like he was going to be in Q2. The exit of turn 8 is where Jorge Martin was caught out last year in the Moto2 race. He
or KTM on their home Grand Prix. They do have one rider at least out of their 5 here this weekend that will go through to
summer shade here, having had some basking hot conditions earlier on. Alex Marquez then it is that comes for the late drama. Enea Bastianini exceeding track limits. Missing out were Alex Rins, Danny Pedrosa brilliant in 4th at the Grand Prix in 20th. Salvadori had a big late crash at turn 8, and then Danilo Petrucci in qualifying session. There is Fabio Quartararo. Well, you've got to go all the way back to round 2 in Doha. Styrian circuit here in Austria, owned by Red Bull. Will it be a Ducati man? And in Assen, he leads the World Championship by 34 points. There you go then, these are the men in qualifying 2. Clearly not happy with life in the Iwata factory, so pastures new beckoning next year for Vinales and Joan Mir.
And here's Jack Miller. Simon Crowfoot confirming Mir is back out on the bike he started FP4 with. So we still, amazingly, Jack Miller, no pole since that famous day in Argentina.
Win desires on a front row challenge here this afternoon. Jorge Martin was brilliant in FP3. 4th place for the Rubber GP start in Doha. Do not discount this man as well, Bagnaia. An excellent Saturday
with one brand new soft rear in at the end of this session to try and salvage anything.
Just trying to keep the swelling on. But just great to see him out on circuit. Fabio Quartararo acknowledges the fans on the outside of turn 1. Can he make?
So Simon, I believe you've been trying your very best to try and get some reaction from a rider from Q1.
For the listeners, I've tried literally, obviously I wanted to get a reaction from Lucio based on what he's doing. Danny Pedrosa I tried, he's in a debrief, doesn't want to talk, same as Carl. Rins vanished for sure that he went outside the track and got his lap cancelled, but sorry about that, folks.
Not to worry, Simon, not to worry. Who will take it? Can Joan Mir get himself on the front 2 rows? He would see that as a great opportunity still to... It would certainly be a tale, wouldn't it, if Joan Mir, with that new squatting device, actually picked up his first ever.
And then pulling up in 2nd place, there was clear evidence there of the squat device on that Suzuki working in the hands of Joan Mir, and as he puts him on provisional pole.
Will we see the first ever sub-23 lap around the Red Bull? Quartararo here is on course to smash Miller's best. This is going to be into the low to mid 1:23 lap. Here comes Vinales. He gets a 23.9 to go fastest.
Yep, he'll need more than that. And Fabio Quartararo attacking hard into turn 10 now, and he'll get the power down on that factory Yamaha, and he obliterates the field at the moment. Maverick Vinales in 2nd place, but nearly 6.5 tenths back. It's going to have anything to trouble Quartararo. Mir 2nd. This would be a huge bonus, a huge plus if Mir could take a front.
The bike within track limits did the Frenchman out of the final turn 10 and across the line for Fabio Quartararo. The new benchmark is set and it's
Red Bull ring. Will it come from Jorge Martin? He's on a really strong lap on the Pramac Ducati. Jack Miller always
got it a bit loose on the exit of turn 9. What a shame. What a shame. He goes again.
We'll know that. He will know he's wide coming out of turn number 9.
He's just fluffed his lines through turn 1 as well, so that lost too much time. 4 tenths is a big chunk to lose in sector 3 for the Italian.
Still no sign of Oliveira. 11 rides the position in 2021. 1:23.075 on the front row with Eminem, Miller and Mark.
Vinales 5th, Aleix Espargaro 6th. Further back, Nakagami Q1 is 11th, and we're yet to see a time set from Miguel Oliveira. That looked like it was going to be pole position for Jorge Martin until he came pole position, number 19 of the career of Fabio Quartararo, his 16th in 43 attempts. That's where
desperately trying to get the power down for the slingshot out of the final corner to attack the run down to the start finish line, but it just got difficult and hard it is for him to get that right glove on. Excruciating pain there for Miguel Oliveira, and of course with so painful experience Miguel Oliveira in 7 days and 8 days time as well.
Marquez still holds the all-time Quartararo. Here he is braking hard into turn 4.
It's a savage braking zone. Look at that, trying to about 165 miles an hour in 5.2 seconds over about 800 metres.
A short lull before they head back out on circuit. The sun has popped out again here in Austria. Quartararo.
Thing is, you know Jack's not going to care one iota about that, do you?
What a lap coming in here from Pecco Bagnaia whilst these...
It's coming. Who's going to register it first? Who's going to take pole position here in Austria?
Oh, it's close.
Second, no doubt about it. Here he comes then, firing the Ducati out of the final corner. Oh, he's gone pole. Wow, brilliant fourth sector. And it was Mo3 from Bagnaia on pole.
Saw some epic celebrations here from Davide Tardozzi, didn't we? A few years ago.
Front row. Mir now that he'll be desperate just to keep himself on this second row. He'd love a front row. He'd love pole before he was on the deck at high speed at turn 9.
Jorge Martin again. He's going to be gunning for pole here.
Lightweight World Championship poles. This is going to be mighty, mighty close. At the moment, it could be a Ducati 1-2.
Johan Zarco then about to come through sector 2, but back to his teammate, number 89, Jorge Martin, and he's up, and this is it. Here comes your 1:22. Here it comes. They're all waiting, the Pramac Ducati guys, to celebrate, and it is pole,
there you go.
And it is a record, and it is a one.
Then is our history maker here. He's the first man ever into the 122s around the Red Bull Ring. Johan Zarco. On number 5 goes P5.
Jorge Martin, how does he extract that speed from a motorcycle? That's exceptional.
Absolutely
such
brilliant
talent.
What have you got, Fabio Quartararo? The clock's ticking down, 90 seconds remaining. He led the Grand Prix there for 18 laps and clung on to a stunning podium.
Marquez is trying to find
Marquez, 7/10 of a second in 10th place. He'd have certainly been anticipating to be a lot higher up than that. So then Fab got one place and split the two Ducatis.
This is an important lap coming in here for Tran Mir. Can he get himself back onto the front 2 rows? It would be crucial for him. Run for pole though, still on for Fabio Quartararo.
It really is. And crucially, Quartararo will get over the line for one. Marquez is pushing that Repsol Honda. It's loose, it's wild, it's Marc Marquez in full flow. 10th,
and Bagnaia's not finished yet either. But what about the number 20? So often on a Saturday afternoon, he manages it, he comes across the line. Oh, Jorge Martin!
Still not over yet. Pecco Bagnaia still fighting for pole position. It's been a nightmare for Maverick Vinales. He's down in 10th place. That's not what he was expecting.
Quartararo's time has been dumped.
He was. Marc Marquez had just set the fastest first sector of the session. He's down at the top of the hill at turn 3, and as he committed to the corner, tried to hit the apex, he knows he wasn't going to come out the other side of that one. Now then, this is the crucial moment. It's on the exit of turn
9 it was then for Fabio Quartararo. Unfortunately, because we go on to the onboard, as we're coming around turn 9, we couldn't see the
21. The sensational rookie, Jorge Martin, on pole position here for Pramac Ducati at the Red Bull Ring. Lap record and pole to Jorge Martin. What a job.
Fantastic work from Jorge Martin.
Jorge Martin.
Yeah, second pole in a few races because he missed a lot of races summer break. And it's amazing. I would say something else, but I must be polite.
Maybe out of juice here for Pecco Bagnaia, who will start the race from second on the grid. He'll be happy with that. Placed, Matt.
And likewise is a certain world champion, Joan Mir. That is brilliant for him in 5th. This young man fighting his way back to full fitness, and he is on pole position
In Austria since Andrea Iannone.
Yeah, not bad. That was 2016, wasn't it? Congratulations then to Pramac that secures him a second Motogp pole position with Bagnaia and Quartararo on the front row. Marquez and Maverick Vinales go from row 3. There was late drama with a crash at turn 3. Alex Rins missed out on a place in Q2. He goes from 13th ahead of Dani Pedrosa. Valentino Rossi will start 7th.